In 2024, we have already seen a sharp increase in weather-related power outages, and June 1st marks the beginning of hurricane season for us in the South Pacific. Now, this means we could potentially experience more severe weather in the coming months and potentially more power outages. Now, today, Eric Carlson of RevoluSun joins us to talk about the importance of solar plus storage. Eric, good to see you, brother.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
Okay, we're gonna just jump straight into it. Now, Oahu has been, lucky to avoid major hurricane damage for over 30 years, but that could change any season, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we've been extremely lucky considering that we've had over 20 plus hurricanes come within 400 miles of the Hawaiian Islands.
Right.
And I think we've gotten to a level of kind of dangerous complacency. Like when, in the past, you can probably remember back the last storm that came near. If you're on social media, you can see we're joking about it. We've got memes talking about we will rebuild, and there's a picture of a blown over chair.
I know exactly what you mean.
Right? Some have gone viral.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Mm-hmm. They're nothing to joke about, and we could see one.
Yeah, so let's talk about solar plus storage just for a second, because I wanted to know a little bit about the specific benefits of having a solar plus storage system during a hurricane.
Yeah, so when a hurricane hits one of the islands, you're gonna see major disruption to the electrical grid. Mm-hmm. And depending on how severe it is and the utilities' availability to fix the problem, it could be hours, days, weeks, or even months. In states on the mainland, like in Florida, which experience a lot of hurricanes, they have the ability to call on the neighboring states, and they have massive amounts of labor and trucks and equipment that can come and repair the communities that were affected. We don't have that being in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. We're dependent on what we have here.
Right.
The main benefit of having a solar plus storage system is that in the event of a storm, should it be a hurricane, you have a closed loop system, energy system for your home that's not dependent on the grid. So you're gonna operate pre-storm, during the storm, and after this.
Yeah. Okay, so let's compare that. Solar plus storage and backup generators.
Yeah.
What about that one?
Yeah, generators are really popular, and they've been a staple for a lot of people. There are some drawbacks when it comes to gas-powered generators.
Right.
One, you're relying on fuel. Fuel can be scarce as a storm is approaching and everyone's heading to the pump to fill up their gas tanks or fill up tanks for their generators. With a solar plus battery system, you don't have to worry about fuel. The system is designed into your home, into your electrical distribution panel. It's a part of your home. Your home functions as it would normally without a storm, but even with a storm, you won't know the difference.
When it comes to solar panels, which, by the way, John is obsessed with you guys, and rightfully so.
He texts me all the time about it.
Yeah. How do I do this? No, we love it. What should people consider, or what should they think about when they're considering investing in solar panels?
Yeah, I think it goes back to having that closed loop system, right? So, we're talking about storms and the possible disruption of power. So for a lot of people, it was all about cost savings in the beginning. Yeah. And now, as we've seen more and more power outages become more frequent and longer lasting, people are now weighing, okay, it's not just about saving money, it's not having a disruption of my life. So you've got that element. Then, of course, there is the savings. And then there are new programs being rolled out by Hawaiian Electric. One of them is called time of use. And that's where you'll see different costs of power throughout the day. Well, if you have a battery system, you can draw on your battery when the cost of electricity is the highest and not pay for grid power.
Right. So people do go in with the mindset of I can save a lot of money.
Right.
And then when it actually kicks in, they're like, oh, wait, this is more than just saving the money. It actually is helping my life for the better. Now, the majority of residential, solar systems in Hawaii don't have batteries because many people opted into the net metering program, which is now closed. Is adding a storage system to those systems difficult?
Yeah, and thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
So, we had a huge boom with solar in 2008 through 2015 when they closed net metering. The majority of people signed up and had net metering, and that was where your solar system produces extra electricity, it sends it to the grid, you get credited, and your bills reduced. So there was no need for a battery. Gotcha. After that program was ended, people started investing in batteries. And it's important to note that if you have solar panels under a net energy metering system and the power goes out, your solar system does not provide electricity for your home because it's tied to the grid.
Oh.
So that's important for someone that maybe have bought a home that has existing solar panels. They may think, hey, I'm good.
Right.
You have to add storage to an existing system to have your home run when the grid is out. Doing so, I'd like to say, is relatively easy. The process is improved. We've done it thousands of times. And it's something I strongly suggest.
Okay, so there's a lot of information to take in. If anybody wanted to log online, is there a website or social media account that they should log on to?
Yeah, people can visit us at RevoluSun.com. They can call us at 808-748-8888 or come down to SALT at our Kaka'ako. We have the showroom. That's why we built it. We have on display two of the most popular battery storage solutions for homeowners. So and meet the people that are going to do the work.
Great, perfect. And you guys, as always, we're going to have more information on KH12.com. Eric, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you.